The lead supervisor, a figure often seen contemplating the fine line between genius and madness, is known to cut straight to the point. On these monumental infrastructure projects, or even the ones that just think they're monumental, you know the type, where the paperwork weighs more than the plant, his real job is stopping absolute quality anarchy. It's a thankless task sometimes, like trying to herd cats, that occasionally try to hide dodgy work under a tarpaulin. For this grand crusade against shoddy workmanship, you need a team of inspectors. And he means inspectors, not just blokes with clipboards who look utterly bewildered when you mention basic physics. This role, he'd tell you, is not for the faint-hearted. It demands a specific breed. When building this critical mass of vigilance, they're not looking for poets, or indeed anyone whose primary skill is brewing a decent cuppa. They're looking for people who can spot a bolt so loose you could tie a knot in it, or a concrete pour that looks more like a modern art installation than a structural foundation. Give him a seasoned tradesperson who intuitively understands how a brick should sit, who can smell a shortcut from 50 paces. Or an engineer who's witnessed enough catastrophic collapses or near misses to gain a healthy, almost paranoid respect for the laws of physics. The degree looks pretty, he'd concede, but did they ever spend a winter up to their ankles in mud, trying to figure out why the pipe fitter decided that specific bend was close enough for a multi-million-pound pipeline? Exactly. They need practical, boots-on-the-ground, real-world experience because theory looks great on paper, but concrete, unfortunately, doesn't read blueprints. Some people genuinely think experience means they once saw a building being erected from a bus. Those, he notes with a sigh, are the ones they filter out, ruthlessly. Once these invaluable individuals are on board, the next crucial step is equipping them with the right tools. And he's not just talking about a tape measure or a spirit level. We're talking about hitting them with the NEC4 inspection requirements. This is where the real fun begins. Getting some folks to grasp contractual nuance is, as he often puts it, like trying to teach a badger to tap dance. They'll nod, they'll smile, they'll tell you it's fine, and then inevitably, the concrete cracks. You need them fluent in contract speak because the excuses, regrettably, often are. They ensure every inspector knows exactly what a hold point means and understands that looking fine from my house isn't just an unacceptable excuse, it's potentially a career-limiting statement. The aim is consistency, so every inspector, regardless of their background, speaks the exact same quality language. Anything less, and you're just inviting chaos and, more importantly, contractual disputes you simply don't need. The lead supervisor views his inspectors as the project's Sherlock Holmes, but with hard hats and high-vis vests, perpetually on the hunt for clues. Their job is to be ceaselessly vigilant, to gather indisputable evidence, not just photos, but detailed measurements, specific locations, and often, the unblinking, damning gaze of a time-stamped, geotagged photograph. No vague whispers allowed. He demands full, technicolor proof, not just it looks a bit wobbly. This clear, evidence-based reporting is the lifeblood of his operation, fed directly to him. Then it's his turn. He's the one explaining to the client why their state-of-the-art widget looks suspiciously like it was assembled by a particularly ambitious toddler with a hammer. He collates, he prioritizes, he synthesizes, and he painstakingly translates the raw, chaotic site realities into coherent actions. He's the orchestra conductor. His inspectors play the instruments, often with varying degrees of enthusiasm and tuning, but he just makes sure it's a symphony, not just a cacophony of banging and someone shouting, "My bad." This structured approach, he emphasizes, saves everyone a monumental amount of grief and more money than you'd care to imagine on fixes that should never have been necessary. A truly vital, often overlooked part of his leadership involves cultivating the next generation. He actively brings in the eager-eyed graduates, fresh from university, full of textbook knowledge and boundless optimism. He lets them shadow his experienced inspectors. It's like trying to teach a particularly boisterous puppy not to chew the furniture. They'll make a mess, they'll ask baffling questions, but eventually, with consistent guidance, they learn. The university, he muses, teaches them quantum physics. He teaches them why the pipe fitter decided that specific bend was close enough and why close enough is usually an expensive lie. It's baptism by fire, certainly, but it forges proper, site-savvy engineers. Ultimately, he understands that good supervisors and truly effective inspection teams become exceptional through relentless experience and a painful devotion to lessons learned. Every project, he'd concede with a weary smile, is a constant battle against human nature, and this industry, bless its heart, loves doing things the way we've always done them, even if always means always badly. But the team keeps pushing. They review, they learn, they get better. It's a persistent, often frustrating, but ultimately rewarding fight for quality. He's the lead supervisor, and this, he'd tell you, is precisely why his hair's gone grey. Or like me, lost it. But at least the concrete's solid, mostly. Alright, that's it for today. Straight talk, no fluff. If you've learned something, liked something, or laughed, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. Every week we break down NEC4, clear up supervisor myths, and deliver QA tips straight from the trenches. Got a topic you want tackled or a story from site you'd love to share? Drop it in the comments. I'm Coop. This is It's a Defect. Scope matters, quality counts, and remember, defects don't fix themselves. Catch you on the next one.